It's time for the third round of 16 set of Hidden Cup Norway. This is Baldr versus Fenrir. We have Celts, Incas, Italians, Mayans and Teutons for Baldr, and banning the Mongols, while as Fenrir we have Hindustanis, Lithuanians, Malians, Goths and Japanese. Britain's banned, so someone doesn't like Britons. This could be Andy. I've done my homework for you. Mayans banned, pretty obvious. Yeah, Britain's banned. This is Arsak for sure. He hates Britons, but so does Andy. If you have a look at the guesswork aid here, there should be some. Let's just filthy Brit picker. That's just for fun. Oh, that's the only mention of Britons. What? What the heck? First thought that Fenrir was Pete, but then I saw Britain's banned. Why is that? Does Pete like Britons that much? Anyway, no mention of Britons here. We could have a little bit of a guess at the... Kong is out. Which idiot is guessing Kong? He's not even playing. Step up your game, Thor, I guess. Daddy, Arsak. We have some Ken guesses here. Someone is guessing Akkal for Hale. Yeah. Anyway, and that's the draft. We have the first game. Look at the first pick. That could be Teutons, some infantry aficionado here. But then we have Malians as well, which is famous. Yeah, a pretty good city these days, faster gold mining. Let's just hop into the Arabia. So here we are with Baldr as the Teutons. Teutons from on Arabia. That's not something you see every day, because Teutons are on the slow side. They don't have a husbandry for the cavalry. Their melee units are amazing because they have extra melee armor in the Gasland Imperial Ages. But that's not to say you can't open men-at-arms into archers or some stuff like that. But you have an off-pick on the other side here as well. Fenrir is taking some inspiration from Winchester and the likes, maybe. Going for the Goths. Now, we know that we have some infantry aficionados in AOE Norway, like Nope, who likes to do the Goths all-in style type of things. That's a pretty crazy idle-tease time already, actually. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Fenrir forgot that Goths are researching Loom instantly or something. But yeah, Goths, cheaper infantry. And you could go for like an all-in militia rush and try to deny the gold to the opponent. Actually, this map might favor that kind of Goths play. This gold horribly forward, this one to the side as well. So if Baldr goes for walls like this around here, then it's going to be relatively easy for Fenrir to guard this gold with militia and just deny any gold access. Which makes it harder to defend against infantry, because archers in the feudal age probably the best counter to an infantry rush, you know. No deer pushing from Baldr thus far. 3 on wood might be enough for the Teutons, because the farms are cheaper. They are 40% cheaper. Someone speculating that Rody, aka Gustavino in the Norway Discord, could be Fenrir. There are also chat about hotkeys and stash like that over there, so could be a reason for the idle time as well. You know, if your crucial hotkeys aren't working as they should, then it's going to be hard to keep that TC producing. Missing the last few pigs as well. Let's see if Fenrir might find those eventually. There's, yeah, 2 pigs over here. Need to get converted, obviously. Going for the boar in the back boar as well. Boars generally spawn in the back on the Hidden Cup map script because they are... it's just a means to limit laming, essentially. We're going to do the TC trick with the Goths here. Don't really need to, because the villagers deal more damage to boars and, well, huntables in general. A little bit of scouts fight here. So some Dark Age action for us. As Baldr actually didn't confirm that Fenrir's base was over here, but when the scout is that close, that's a good indication. Looks like Baldr might lose the starting scout as well. There we go. Scout goes down and says Fenrir. He's now free to scout everything going on the blue side, whereas Baldr is blind for now. Do we have any barracks here from the Goths? Nothing yet. 3 on berries, going for the second boar as well. That idle hive obviously hurts the uptime. And it looks like Baldr is about to click up here for a Teuton's Scouts opening. And there's the barracks for Fenrir as well. Oh, well, the Goths hunt lasts longer as well. In the recent balance patch. Woohoo! Hello, Daniela! Welcome! I appreciate the raid. This is, well, the 5th season of the AOE Norway League, but we're doing a Hidden Cup theme this time around. I'll be casting everything in English. A little bit because I have an international audience, and because when we communicate these matchups in English, it's going to be harder to guess who is who as well out of the talking, scheduling talk. So, also I played in this one myself, so for all the audience knows, this could be an Akkal game. And I don't know who any of the players are. Hi, Peacock Rampage. Appreciate that. Fuel Age is in for Baldr. It should be dropping the stable anytime. There's not really much Fenrir can do to deny that, but he scouts it. So his scouting is on point. Knows that the scouts are to be expected here now, whereas Fenrir has gone for some militia here. Not quite in the fuel age yet. Got 1 minute 18 seconds of idle town center time here. I don't even know where these guys are going, but looks like they're going long distance hunting. No infinite militia spam. I'm disappointed. It's the Hidden Cup. HA, anything can happen. There's still militia, right? So, maybe not. I spoke too soon, because Men-at-Arms is on the way here. So we have 1 barracks working at home here, 4 militia about to become Men-at-Arms. Oh, no, 3. Scouts cleaning up one of those. Running right into the next one. Gonna get another kill here. This isn't the most convincing infantry aggression thus far, but does get a scout. Fenrir might need to mix in some spearmen here to deal with the scouts. Here come the villagers that have been long distance hunting, while another more militia popping in here, intent on taking out the barracks for whatever reason. And Andy was speculating whether the Goths player could be Rody, and he's now convinced it's not the case. Good scouts Mike Roy again from Baldr here, keeps taking out the Men-at-Arms, but the flood continues here from Fenrir, also mixing the spearmen as well to be able to deal with the scouts more efficiently. Thank you, Daniela. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Baldr still not on gold, just committing to the scouts here. Still eating berries and probably going to wall off the side here at some point. Did not take any hunt, didn't push the hunt. Also did not long distance collect it. Scouts wanting to engage here. There's one spearman here. The men-at-arms spam is real. You have a mix of spearmen and men-at-arms here. What would really benefit Fenrir here would be to get some blacksmith upgrades as well, but I don't think there's any... There aren't any upgrades yet. I don't even see a blacksmith, so there could be some wood issues here, just priorities. Trying to take out the stable to stop the scouts production here, whereas Baldr reacts with a defensive tower on the wood line. The one and only wood line. And the archer range will be pumping out some units as well, but he's not on gold at all. So it's going to have to be just a few archers and skirmishers actually. Skirmishers shouldn't really be doing too much against men-at-arms, but obviously they react to the... They're going to deal with the spears nicely. Stable goes down, so no more scouts for the moment for Baldr. Kind of limits the mobility of the scouts a little bit here. No military production. Idle easy time increasing a bit here as well, but the aggression is real. And here we have one villager moving forward to tower the gold as well, getting ready to try and deny this gold. Does Blue actually see that? Don't really see... Who doesn't really see that, does he? So if he tries to go for the gold with a mining camp close to the TC and thinks that's safe, that's not going to last for too long if this tower completes. 17 military to 6 for Fenrir here, as Baldr keeps making skirmishes. I mean, if you get enough skirmishes, maybe you could deal with this as well. But he keeps getting housed, because the houses are being taken out by the infantry units here. GG, says Arsak. As the infantry moves over to take out the tower. Infantry as and mean villagers. Scouts, skirmishers. Is this villager gonna repair that tower? Oh, but there are two. Oh, tower goes down. Fenrir doesn't need more villagers. I mean, if only Fenrir had been killing villagers, which he actually hasn't got a single villager kill yet. But if he'd been killing villagers, this would be fine, but now he's 10 villagers behind, and that means that Baldr will eventually be able to get to the next stage here. More infantry on the way. Houses keep going down, so Baldr close to getting housed again. And here comes a market to tweak the economy maybe a little bit here. Can't sell stone for gold here, Baldr, because he invested into the defensive tower on the wood line. And at home base here, looks like Fenrir wants to make more towers to efficiently deny the resource income from Baldr. Walling in the main gold here, so Baldr can't access that easily. And full mayhem now on the woodline over here, trying to find damage wherever damage can be found for Fenrir. 2 builders down now, but also 10 builders behind because of massive idle towns at their time at home. Skirmishers seem to be working out decently, but there's some hill advantage for the men-at-arms here as well. 31 builders, 30 builders to 26 now. It's closing in for Fenrir here, even without really producing from the town center. Skirms equals Titanic. It's not like Baldr has a lot of options though, Andy. He's only got food and wood access, so if you want to make units, you'd have to make spears or skirmishers or scouts, and the stable is down, so you can't make scouts. The barracks is down, so you can't make spearmen. 8 minutes of idle time. Is that a tell? Oh yes, says he has some ideas. Was a very bad map for him, says Andy. Is that you then, Andy? Are you playing the Teutons, huh? Since you know so much about Baldr's map. I would be the Gops player. I think you might be too consistent with villager production to have that much idle time at this stage in the game on Andy, but who am I to judge? We have Castle Age clicked here for Baldr. Didn't catch. Yeah, he sold some food because he has those students' farms. Oh yeah, can you make a predictions channel in the Discord? I forgot. Just make like a list of the player names, and yeah, you'll find a way to do that. A way to name the players. Walling in this very far away gold as well. It's not like Baldr is going to access that anytime soon. However, Baldr is entering the Castle Age. Could use the market to tweak the resources here a bit, I guess, to try and get another town center wrap. Or is this Akkal confirmed? I see men-at-arms at 0 walls. It's not like blue wall that much either. Looks like blue wants to go for the mounted units here. Blue Cow's Island he got. No need to talk all the time, Arsec. Give me the names. Yeah, bracket. There you go. That should lead to the right one. Hidden Cup indeed. Hidden Cup Norway. As we have another tower going up here. On the side gold of Baldr. Akkal is the name of the streamer. Really? You sure about that? What's sending one villager forward to build towers? Like that. Woodline horribly inefficient. 2 on stone there. Doesn't look like we're going to get to the Castle Age anytime soon. Fenrir the Reckless, I name this guy. Oh, Fenrir kind of has a villager lead here, actually. He's done some work, he's killed 17 villagers. And he is keeping Baldr off gold. As another TC goes up close to the stone. And we have some Gothic scouts at work here as well. Nine on gold. Should definitely be sufficient for military production, but there's not really much military being produced here. Could be with the intention of going Castle Age, but what's the point of going Castle Age here if you don't have any army to benefit from it? That's a little bit concerning. Still no gold access for Baldr, and he doesn't really have all that much scouting intelligence. Does not know what's going on at Fenrir's side, and how exposed is it called? Imagine if you sent 4 or 5 scouts over here. There isn't really much to protect from any counter-aggression here from Fenrir. Don't really see any particular army production yet. Baldr is very low in resources. And does not really have gold access, but he has stone access. And looks to be wanting to get a castle up at some point. Maybe that's going to go down forward, just to obstruct Fenrir at home base. That's a lot of villagers and so maybe he wants to sell stone for gold as well. It's now got into longswords as a means to deal with the infantry aggression of Fenrir, who currently is producing men-at-arms again. Got 2 barracks still producing here. That's Goth's production speed 20% faster as the civilization bonus. It looks like Baldr has some form of gold access again here as well. Fenrir know what's up over here. Didn't really see the additional town center going up here. Longswords from Teutons. Stronger than the Goths ones overall. They have the full backsmith upgrades, but also in the Castle Age, Teutons get an instant +1 extra melee armor. So the Goths, Longswords. I mean, their advantage is that they create more quickly, right? So you should still be able to outproduce the Teutons, especially since Baldr doesn't have all that much gold access yet. But you shouldn't fight the swordmen, so you should probably try to stop the castle from going up instead. But yeah, castle goes up near the main gold. We'll free up some, definitely secure the gold at home base here now. Season number 2 for the Goths player at home base here now wants to extend the economy. Could actually get another town center up as well, looking at the resources. But this is not the time for booming, I think. I think you need to extend the economy and get more military out on the field, because now Baldr actually has a convincing military lead here. 9 longswords, 2 barracks producing. And the number just increasing here. Still building towers to deny some resource income here. I mean, it's wood income of Baldr isn't great at the moment. It's not really a big issue either, because there's lots of wood in the bank. Could probably smack up a TC over here or somewhere else to boost that income. Finally, a mining camp going up here. Gold access now on point for Baldr, whereas Fenrir has only 5 military and is yet again falling behind in the economy. Speaking of economy, we have another town center going up at home base for Fenrir as well. On the woodline this time around. We'll hopefully boost that wood income a little bit for the orange player here. 14 on wood currently. Did relocate some gold miners to other resources as well. I don't know why Baldr isn't attempting to counterattack here. I mean, it seems desperate to just clean up the aggression. Hasn't made any eco kills just yet. But what does it matter if you're keeping an equally behind all this aggression? Yes. Fenrir is Viper 100%. Yes, of course it is. Sorry to report that MBL and Viper aren't playing this Hidden Cup. I didn't invite them. I didn't think they were good enough, you know? Power's going down, house is going down, freeing up some more gold income here. And only a matter of time now before Baldr is able to make any counter-aggression here. Nearly enough stone for another castle here for blue. Maybe it's time to move out and try to secure some of the areas, or just go full on crazy with the counter-aggression on Fenrir's side. It's only booming for Fenrir for a moment. 24 on food, 3 town centers producing villagers. They're consistently producing villagers, the both of them. And 3 longswords, hardly a threat here for Baldr, who has successfully stabilized after this extended men-at-arms aggression. It calls all of the infantry back again though, because yeah, Baldr still has quite limited scouting intelligence, so he doesn't really know how much military Fenrir currently has. Is this tournament open to sign up, or was it invitational? It was only announced in the Norwegian AOE Discord, but anyone could sign up. But I limited to 16 signups. So we have 16 players, or effectively 15 because one got an admin loss for not scheduling properly or in time. So the players are all from the Norwegian community. They are ranging from 1200 or 1300 maybe ELO to 1900. So now that the castles are up, the Teutonic player has a perfect response to the Goths aggression. He could just make Teutonic Knights, but he's already making longswords as well. However, Fenrir has made a switch into some cavalry here. Lacks some upgrades still, but since the Knights have more hit points, they should be trading decently against the Teuton's longswords here, even though they're lacking some upgrades as well, actually. Some heal advantage. Are there enough? That's a cleanup for Fenrir for now, actually. Spearman now for Baldr. They're reacting immediately to the Knights switch of the Goths and getting the attack upgrade as well. Don't really see any pikeman upgrade yet, but that's probably going to come. Might be. I don't see a monastery here yet, so this definitely can't be Arsak. But maybe we'll see monasteries as well to try to get some conversions in. Even if it's Teutons, you can still get conversions if the monks get to sing for long enough. Here I am speaking of pikemen, and there it is. There's the upgrade. +2 defense for the Knights on the way. Teutons have instant murder holds in the castle age, so you can't really cap the castle either. Arsak would either win at this stage or lose. Yeah, maybe you're right. Oh, look at this boomer boy. Another town center going up on the far side. Gold here for Fenrir. And now going to attempt a forward castle, but how's that gonna work with twice the military for Baldr and a decent chunk of pikes in the mix? Only 3 villagers moving forward to try to get this castle up. And again, Blue Baldr doesn't see it, but he's gonna get lucky, isn't he? Just walks right into the hill here. No Viper quick walls from Fenrir, so not Viper confirmed, I guess. As the Knights try to take a fight here, still lacking the last attack upgrade. Villagers still building the castle, but it doesn't look too convincing. More villagers being sent, but there's still so much military here, and the army of Fenrir is going down. Well, disaster fight right there. Yeah, that castle needs to go somewhere else. Okay. But Baldr keeps feeding the army. He's clearly much better at keeping consistent military production than Fenrir here, who commits even more villagers to try to get this castle up. There's a lot of military to stop that from happening though, and considering that Fenrir does not get instant murder holes, these infantry units could easily just camp this castle and take it out, because there's no military here from Fenrir to challenge this. Not sure if Baldr realizes that this castle doesn't... Yeah, he realizes actually he's gonna pound away at the foundation of the castle now. Coming back from the damn hell. Yeah, something like that. Skirmishers OP, it seems. As we have some sneak barracks going up in the north here. So Fenrir essentially sees the whole map now, or at least has it scouted. He quick walled the towers he made and not his castle. I'm not sure if it would have made a difference, Andy, when you send 3 forward villagers like that. It's just either overconfidence or just plain stupidity. Both players going to the Imperial Age. Very similar uptimes here. Ogedai Khan, okay, is now following. Have you switched nickname on this? Or is that actually another Ogedai? Because that Ogedai 1 is my friend Dennis's name on Twitch. But thanks for the follow anyway. Oh yeah, published guessing games on the AOE Norway Discord. Nice. Impy to GG, says Bevy. Certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Some small raid attempts over here, and for whatever reason Fenrir is making Huskarls, which the longswords should be able to deal decently with. Desperate for gold income, it seems. They're both entering the Imperial Age, and we have shit tons of Huskarls in the queue. But no trebuchets. We seem to have some wood struggles here for Fenrir. But a very compact base from Baldr, who plays it very open as well. Didn't really bother walling, just relies on military to hold the aggression away. And it's also, realistically speaking, fully boomed here now. 119 villagers, 49 on military. Getting some small raids in here with some stray longswords as well. Fenrir just doesn't seem to be able to make it past 80 villagers here. So the economy not too convincing. Their idle times are comparable, but really doesn't matter when Baldr is getting all of these resources. Even getting guilds here to trade better for the resources from the market. And the GG well played is called from Fenrir here playing in the orange. That's gonna be the first victory for Baldr. We'll be going to Fenrir's home map, which is hold on. I think that's the one. There we go. Maps command. We'll be going to Bay as the next map for the best of 3. Or Pants, as some memers like to call it. Let's have a look at the score. Let's go back to the draft as well. And see what we might see for the next one. Ooh, baby. Yeah. Exactly, Arsak. Exactly. Much more resources, understandably so, for Baldr. Did weather the initial storm. Was also to the village 1.5 minutes earlier, so could have probably also just gone straight for a counterattack with the scouts. And there wouldn't be too much Fenrir could have done about that at that point. Before the potential of spearmen. Jabagali. That's brilliant. Do we actually have an RSAC command? How do we not have an RSAC command? We need an RSAC command. Yeah, we'll get to that. Let's just go back to the draft for a bit. We had the Teutons winning that one, and the Goths going down. Next map is Bay, which is a hybrid map. There's a small piece of water in the middle with 8 tiles of fish, I believe. So all of these 3 sims seem like home map sims for Fenrir, really. Lithuanians, Malians, and Japanese. Slopes being the last map. And for Baldr, I guess it needs to be the Italians here. This Celts Incas not really obvious choices here for Bay, because it's map involving naval play, and the Italians are fantastic for these hybrid maps. They also have the Genoese crossbowman for the unique unit. Celts Incas for slopes. Incas for slopes, perhaps, if it goes to a third game. But let's just dive into it and see what the next game brings us. Game 2. We have Italians versus Lithuanians. So now we have Fenrir playing in the grey this time around. Likes to switch up the colors. So we can have a look at some of the player cards here. Vevi does not like archer sims, needs to work on idle TC, but likes booming, likes infantry. Vevi, however, is ranked in the high 1800s, low 1900s. So if he says needs to work on idle TC, I don't think he would have 8 minutes in the feudal age or whatever. Next up we have Ken. He likes booming, likes to play knights. We didn't see a lot of knights last game, but we did see a knight switch. And relatively bad Norwegian was one of his last comments, but we're communicating in English here, so it doesn't really matter that much. Let's do one more. That's an OG AOE Norway gamer who is a solid team game player, and nobody really knows how he plays 1v1s because he doesn't do a lot of that, even though he has a ranked rating. So these are Nopes, another player in the tournaments, notes on Tiger. And this says, I think Baldr is Pete. And I think it's saying that because of the Italians pick as well, because Papai Pete, he likes his Italians, and he would 100% pick Italians for this map. I think I don't have a card for Papaya Pete yet. I need to make one later. But he likes Tatars, he likes Italians. And Italians top tier pick for this map. I think Mongols got banned a lot for this map because of the extra patches of Hunt and the potential of early uptimes and Mangudai mobility power on this map. And Papaya Pete likes students as well, that's true actually. Fenrir is already got the dock up, is fishing. Baldr is not, and that actually makes me think it's not Papaya Pete, because at this point I just feel like a seasoned Italian player like Papaya Pete would have had a dock up. Interesting approach. So this could be a player that doesn't really enjoy hybrid maps. Could be Arsak, because Italians still have great monks, but the first game just definitely wasn't Arsak. So we can rule out Arsak for this set. I can promise you neither of these players are Arsak. That boar lure was as titanic as my boar lures. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I didn't shoot it with a TC. I thought they shot it with a TC fire for some reason. Well, dock timing a little bit off, but it is going up here for Baldr. So we'll have some fish out for Baldr as well. House forming a beginnings of a wall up here for Fenrir. And the way players usually wall this map, you can't build on this shallows terrain, so you'd have to wall between the woodlands and to the edge of the map if you want to make a full wall. This sets Italians back though, because Italians have cheaper fishing ships. It makes it a lot easier to get the fish economy started. So having the dock up when the other player already has 3 fish out, that sets you back should set you back significantly economically. It's 16 on food to 12 here though, so it might not be that big of a deal for Baldr over here. But it is an equal deal for Fenrir. Got more builders this time around. Still got some idle town center issues, but has more fish, so that sort of compensates for that, at least in terms of uptimes. Oh, looks like we have some stolen sheep over here as well. So 2 sheep less for Baldr. Sets back the early economy a little bit. It's already on the berries as well. You don't really need those at this stage in the game when you should be having fish. Yeah, Pete would have more fish for sure. This is not papaya Pete. That's Andy, and this is Andy's civilization card, by the way. Okay, we're committing here. 2 villagers and 1 scout. Andy goes for 2 fast FCs. So we go a 12-minute cancellation in a team game for Nations Cup or something like that. Didn't work out too well, even though the intention was good. Likes night saves, hates Britons. And we did see Britons banned. Baldr is a non-water map player. Could be, but then why is he playing Italians? Why does he go for Italians and know that those are so good? But build order is a fair point. Got some walling happening here. So, oh, don't tell me he's going to... Ah, he's got a wall towards the dock. That could work, I guess. Still need to close this area, though. Fenrir is in the fuel age. He's also walling up a little bit at home base. Got 2 docks, but only 1 producing fire galleys. So the gold situation is a bit off for the builder aggression. It's 26 eco units to 28 here. Villager count lower for Fenrir, again, because of the higher idle tease time. But he is going to be the first one to get fire galleys out. And Baldr about to be fully walled here as well. So land aggression not really an option at this point. 6 fishing ships. I think that's a decent commitment on this map. There's not that much deep fish. Like 6 or 8 tiles, I don't remember. First fire galley out. Trying to find fish to hit. But fuel age is in for the blue player as well. Fishing ship! Here I am telling Fenrir that 6 fish is perfect, and then he makes another one instead of Baldr. That's either a sign of confidence or just plain stupidity. Does get 1 kill though, gets 1 fishing ship, but now Baldr, our Italian friend, has 2 fire galleys out already. Might be wanting to do a demo. Pulling the villager over to repair a bit here as well. They changed the dock hotkeys. Oh yeah! That's right. Could be a hotkey mistake. It's 3 fire galleys to 2. Now we have demos in the queue as well, so if you get some decent hotkey demo hits in, you could switch this up and get some decent trades here. But Baldr commits to the fish now. No, actually doesn't commit. Oh, he's gonna go right into the demo! But it still produces military, so that's more galleys, fire galleys for blue here now. Baldr committed to naval aggression now. Doesn't really, it's got a hole in the wall, but isn't really making any land units. Yeah, land units. So it looks like Fenrir is getting the better trades here for now. KD 6-1 for Fenrir. Eco KD 2-0 as well. It's doing decent work on the naval fighting here, but again the military production situation is a little bit inconsistent for Fenrir here. Looks like he's actually aiming for the castle age here now. It's a bit few on gold perhaps, but the eco situation is evening out. Still producing naval units. Yeah, another demo. I mean, if you get a good demo hit in on the fish here, that's great value as well. Neither of them are getting too much out of the fish situation here. Feels like Fenrir is kind of giving up a little bit of water here. Is trying to chase a demo with some... Oh, that's a good hit. Gets a fishing ship and most of the fire galley there as well. 4-4 in the military, but Baldr with the convincingly lower idle times at the time is assuming an economic lead here. Fishing ship's also not working. Grey army's going down. Will it get that fire galley? Just needs a few more hits and then it goes down. But here comes the demo! Another great demo hit. So maybe Baldr is got some experience playing naval maps after all. Meanwhile, we have Blacksmith Stable from Fenrir at home base here. Looks like the resources will allow for Castle Age soon. Does have an eco, or I mean has slightly closer resource-wise to get to the Castle Age. No, Tiger would dock much earlier. Oh yeah, Tiger knows naval maps so well. There's no way he would have such a bad build for a map involving water. No way. Even with his inactivity, he doesn't forget that. He knows his way around naval maps. Fenrir has given up on water, but Baldr has committed a lot here, you know. He's made a lot of naval units, so that gives Fenrir at least a Castle Age advantage here. We have not just double stables, but triple stables going up here, so some excess would be put to good use here. Market coming up as well to be able to tweak the resources if need be. Food situation is a huge concern though. We don't have fish anymore, so Fenrir is going to need to seed a lot of farms. Very soon. Yeah, with Arsak, I mean, for water maps and everything, is the build order for maps that involve a dock is still the same. You usually have 5 on the woodline, unless you have some special plans. Fenrir is moving out for the faraway hunt as well. Seems risky, but not a huge lot of land army for Baldr for now. It's also going Castle Age, but is in fact 1.5 minutes behind. 7 on gold. It's going to take out the docks here. Nothing Fenrir can do about that. But also a stable. So going to play a gold-heavy combination here of knights and archers, by the looks of it. Yeah, this is Andy we're playing versus Andy. We train an AI to play exactly like Andy, and then we put them up against each other. Advanced stuff, I know, but that's how it works. Only 8 on wood for Fenrir. That's going to make seeding more farms a bit of an issue here. But there is enough food to at least get that knight's production started a little bit. Instant town center and monastery as well. So we're gonna get some relics collected here. Thanks for the follow, Le Petard. Appreciate that. This could also be the Danish player Mats, because he likes cavalry play as well. And he hasn't really put, whoever blue is hasn't really put any use to the archers yet. And since we have Arsak in the chat, we can show Arsak's notes on himself as well. Monk collecting relic, but Monk not dropping off relic. So, whoa. Hell is just for fun, okay? Norwegian AOE2 channel? Kind of. I don't usually, or I never cast in Norwegian. But I am part of I am Norwegian and I'm part of the Norwegian AOE2 community. This is the 5th season of the AOE2 Norway League. But we're doing a hidden team. Yeah, I'm leaning more and more towards Mats. I don't know his 1v1 playstyle all too well, but yeah, he does like Teutons. He would definitely play cavalry as Italians as well. Some decent aggression for Fenrir here. That's a funny forward siege workshop here. right on the TC, as the Lithuanian player has the numbers advantage here. 1 relic currently, but might have the monks collecting more. Ooh, we're inside. Gonna get some raids on the inside here. Could even deny the monastery. Nope. Here we go. That's our Discord. Leopard. Feel free to write in Norwegian as well. Don't worry about that. That's always allowed in my channel. Yeah, that's some proper aggressive forward siege, isn't it? Velkommen, ja. 2 battering rams. 1 town center. Who's gonna get the better end of the deal here? The monk is out. It could have had the siege workshop 1 tile closer. That's true. Looks like Baldr isn't freaking out here. He's defending nicely, getting some monks out. Dealt with the rams with villagers from inside the town center. And he's fully committed to knight now, or to cavalry. He's got some fish boom going here as well. Papaya Pete, is that you? We'll clean up the forward siege. And keeps producing knights to some extent here. It's a forward monk siege push from Fenrir, it's just that there aren't any monks for siege. Also not quite consistently producing villagers. GG, good luck next is called. Great defense from Baldr there. And we have Baldr taking a convincing 2-0, moving into the round of 8. Noen andre i Trondheim? Jeg var i Trondheim og jobbet denne veka faktisk, men jeg bor i Oslo. Til vanlig. It's going to be a weird switch between English and Norwegian at times here, but let's go to the stats again. Not lots of upgrades going on here. Fletching finally for Baldr. Maybe he was planning to add some archers eventually. And it also benefits the TC actually for some damage. And yeah, economy situation about 3k more. More food, of course, because the fishing ships of the Italians. Fenrir earlier up this time around, but not enough to sway the game in his favor. And economy-wise, Baldr didn't take any significant losses here. Lost some fish, lost some villagers, but just stayed on top of things. So, GG well played. Good luck next to Baldr, indeed.